When your rescue cat flinches every time you reach toward their head, do you actually know what's happening inside them? You probably assume it's just leftover fear. You think they've been through a lot, they'll come around eventually. Almost nobody realizes that the flinching, the hiding, the refusal to be touched, none of that is really about the past event that caused it. It's about something that was taken from them before they even understood what the world was. And most owners completely miss the one thing their cat is silently asking for, the one thing that could reset everything. The tragedy is, it's not complicated. It doesn't cost anything, and it takes about 5 minutes. But if you don't know what it is, you can unknowingly keep your cat locked in that trauma loop for years, sometimes forever. And by the end of this video, you're going to understand something about your rescue cat that will completely change the way you see them and the way they see you. Here's what nobody talks about when they talk about rescue cats. The trauma isn't stored in their memory the way it is in ours. They don't replay events like a film. What they carry is a somatic imprint, a body-level encoding of danger. Their nervous system learned at some critical point, usually before 8 weeks old, that the world is not safe. And the reason it got encoded so deeply is because of something that should have happened but didn't. Something that is so fundamental to a cat's early life that without it, their entire sense of safety, their entire energetic foundation, never gets built properly. That thing is maternal grooming. Dr. John Bradshaw, one of the world's foremost animal behaviorists, spent years studying feline social structures and documented something extraordinary in his research. Cats don't actually draw a clear line between themselves and the humans they live with. They interact with us using the same social codes they use with other cats. They're not performing for a different species. They're treating us as members of their own world. And when a kitten loses access to their mother too early, or when that maternal bond is broken by trauma, they don't just lose comfort. They lose the primary language through which safety is communicated in that world. The licking, the slow, deliberate grooming of the forehead and behind the ears. That's not just cleaning. That's the mother saying with every stroke of her tongue, "You are held. You are known. You are not alone in this." The science calls it allo-grooming, social grooming between individuals. But what it actually does, on a neurological level, is regulate the kitten's nervous system in real time. It lowers cortisol. It activates the parasympathetic response. It quite literally teaches the brain what calm feels like. When a rescue cat never received enough of that, or had it ripped away before it was finished, the nervous system is left in a permanent state of low-grade alert, always scanning, always bracing. The body never got the complete message that it was safe to fully land in this life. And this is where biology and something much older than biology converge in a way that's genuinely difficult to dismiss. Across traditions that predate modern science by thousands of years, Egyptian, Celtic, Japanese, cats were understood to be anchors of spiritual energy, creatures whose presence in a home helped maintain what we might now call the vibrational coherence of a space. But a cat in trauma doesn't just suffer individually. Energetically speaking, a cat whose auric field is fractured, whose trust was broken at the root, cannot fully perform that function. They're running on emergency power. They can't extend protection when they themselves don't feel protected. The trauma isn't just psychological. It's a disruption in their energy field that keeps them partially locked out of their own life. What the mother's grooming does, spiritually, understood, is exactly what it does biologically. It re-establishes the foundational frequency. It's an act of energetic attunement, a reset. And here's the thing that most people don't sit with long enough. Your rescue cat chose to come to you. They're in your home, in your life, because something in the architecture of this particular existence called them here. But they arrived carrying a wound from before your time together even began. And they cannot fully arrive, cannot fully be here until that wound is addressed. And if you think that's powerful, wait until we get to what actually fixes it, because what I'm about to describe is something most owners dismiss as too simple to possibly work. And that dismissal is exactly why so many rescue cats never fully heal. If this is shifting how you see your cat's behavior, hit like and subscribe, because every week we go deeper into what cats are actually communicating. And the more people understand this, the better the lives of rescue cats everywhere become. We're building something here that matters. Now. The fix. There's a moment that happens with some rescue cats, usually after weeks or months of patient presence, where they do something that seems small but is actually enormous. They let you touch their forehead, not just tolerating it, actually leaning into it, even slightly. Or they fall asleep near you, not quite on you but close. Or they slow blink at you across the room. What they're doing in those moments is testing whether the frequency is right, whether you speak the language. They're not just being affectionate, they're reaching out across a very old wound, asking a question: can you finish what was started? And the answer, the literal, physical, scientifically grounded, and spiritually resonant answer, is yes, you can. Take a soft bristled toothbrush, new, clean, slightly dampened with warm water. The texture and moisture mimic the specific sensation of a mother cat's tongue in a way that your fingertips simply cannot replicate. The bristles create that same microstimulation on the skin that activates the exact same neural pathways the mother's grooming activated. Start at the forehead, right between the eyes, and move slowly toward the top of the head and behind the ears. Don't press hard. Don't rush. Match the rhythm of a slow breath, yours and theirs. Watch their eyes. If they begin to soften, if the third eyelid drifts slightly, if their jaw loosens, if they start to make that slow molasses blink, you're in. The nervous system has recognized the signal. The body is receiving the message it's been waiting, possibly for years, to receive. You are held. You are known. You are not alone in this. Do this for 5 minutes, consistently, ideally at the same time each day. And what you're doing isn't just building trust. You are completing an interrupted process. You are, in the most literal biological sense, finishing what their mother couldn't. And in the energetic sense, you are helping reconstruct the foundational layer of their auric field. The part that was left exposed and raw, the part that made them flinch, the part that kept them half absent from their own life. You're not just helping them feel safer in your home, you're helping them fully arrive here. Some cats respond within the first session. You'll see it. There's a visible release, like something they've been holding finally lets go. Others take a few days of consistency before the body believes it's real. But it happens. And the moment it does, the moment your rescue cat closes their eyes and leans their head into that brush, into your hand, into you, that is not a small thing. That is a creature who came to you carrying a wound older than your relationship with them, choosing, with full deliberate awareness, to trust you with the most vulnerable part of themselves. They didn't have to. They chose to. Honor that.